What's up, Oxford? So hey, listen, I got some stuff to share with you. I've been blessed with the opportunity to go ahead and play Fractured. It's Alpha 2, and I want to put together a small little how-to, maybe a little tidbit of information. It's about the knowledge book. It's something they've implemented, and it's kind of new, fresh, hip way of looking at something. We all know what an encyclopedia is, or for you younger cats out there, it's a wiki. What's really neat is internally in the game, we've now had the opportunity to kill something and have it show up in our knowledge book. We also have had the opportunity to also do a few other things where if I'm going to go ahead and pick something up, it goes into the resource part of that. So what we're going to do there in this small little video is I want to show you guys why I'm so excited about it. So without further ado, let's dive in. Knowledge. Knowledge is key. There's all reference throughout our lives about knowledge and how it's power and all this. Well, the truth of the matter is, in the game it is. You start out so young and so indifferent to the world that you don't really know much except what you've already clicked on to get there. So whenever you pick your character or your subset of small class, whether it's the paladin or the warrior or the mage or even the backstabby proctologist stalker, you got to learn, and you have to learn more so you could develop more as a character, whether you're an RP or not. This really could fight both ways in your playstyle, and that's one of the things I like. I don't RP much, and I have it in my life, but I can really see how this could flush out to a really kind of cool RP thing. So getting into the knowledge, what you would end up doing is hitting J, that's the quick key for it right now in Alpha, and you can see it starts at the beast area, and in the beast category you have bear. Now the bear has two attacks that we're on first, and you can see that one of them is actually going to be bleeding strike. Now we'll get into all the skills themselves a little later and probably another walkthrough, but right now just know that there's two skills, and there's actually basic attacks, and I only know one of his basic attacks, and I only know that, you know, he has a deficiency to magic, right? So the cool part is the more I kill, the more I learn, right? So it makes sense, right? Anything is repetitious, you end up doing more and being more efficient at. So right now at 33%, I have a skill that he's done to me in a fight that I now can do to him because I've seen it, right? That's what's so cool about this knowledge. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, it's grindy. Well, the truth of the matter is, it really doesn't feel that way. You have this little microcosm of one-ups, and yes, and look at, I got the new skill, and celebrations that go through, because when you're doing different things in the game, you tend to really, what's a good term? You tend to really grow as a character. So let me hide me and show you a little bit more of the menu here. So one of the cool things are, as you can see, now that my body's out of the way, you've got beast, undead, humanoids, and primordials. They're all the sub-characterizations of the, you know, what you can find in a world as of now. And they have the subset characters within. So stag, direwolf, you know, some really cool things that we've seen before, and then spins on those other ones we haven't. One of the coolest ones that I got to fight in the game during this alpha was a greater earth elemental. Now, there's a few reasons why I say that it was fun or entertaining or just an adventure. It took 6 to 7 of us to kill the thing, and not just once to get 100 progression. We actually had to do it like 30, 40 times or something. I don't know the exact many times, but we were there for a while because we all wanted to make sure that we got the skills that it came from. Even at 100 progression, I still don't know its strength. I'm still missing stuff, which is kind of cool. But the coolest part about it is at the progression points of 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100, and that may be subject to change, of course, I was able to start learning skills or unlocking skills. And how do you unlock them, you say? Well, of course, through the transition of beating the crap out of it and being victorious, right? But also, there's a secondary setup to this. Now, to use that skill, I physically have to unlock it, if you will. I have to click. I have to say, yes, I'd like to unlock that with my knowledge points that have accrued throughout doing things that give me knowledge. And I won't do this at this point. My knowledge point's up right now, and I've killed so many things. I'm at 10,000, so I could, right? So let's do that. I want to flush that system out, because people ask, oh, I've got it. How do I use it? And this is Book of Knowledge-esque, because we're going to go into sort of how we put our skills into it. So truth be told is this is, yes, a Book of Knowledge thing, but yes, it's not. And it's kind of like wishy-washy. So first and foremost, we'll click on this. We hit unlock. Now we actually have unlocked it. It's depleted my KP points, but yet I have all of these skills. I have now the ability to memorize. So a lot of people are like, what's memory for? You actually get memory when making your character. The dumber you are, the less you have. No offense, tanks, just the way it is. So I have a fireplace or a brick something or rather. You click on that, you'll go ahead and you'll sleep. What's really cool about this, or you rest, this is very D&D-esque. I'm an arcanist, which means I cast spells. What's cool is I click on it. We're going to modify that because that's the skill set I have. I haven't done many presets, of course, just the one. And I have all these things I've unlocked from so many different creatures. And what's really cool about it is they all have a point value. And of course, the higher the point value, the cooler it is, right? So on the right-hand side, these are my abilities. I have 5. I have 20 out of 28 memorized. I can unmemorize them, and I can add another skill by right-clicking. Once I do that, and I like the preset that I have made up for myself, I hit Save Preset, and then it pops up and it shows me the memory cost to memorize this preset. So just like D&D, you know, you go in, you sleep in the inn or whatever, and you rememorize, you revitalize your body, spirit, and mind or whatever, and then you can do that. So we click on that once again. Of course, it's highlighted, and we hit Memorize. Now it drops them all back into my bank, which is here, okay? And then I can drag and drop them at what key I would like them to be at. And they all do, of course, different functions. Some are heals, some are DPS, some are whatever. So the cool part about getting to this point is now that I have more than what I started off with, I can start to make my character the way I want it to be. But just keep this in mind. Just because we know it doesn't mean we'll be great at it. So if I take a warrior skill and I'm not a warrior, I'm not going to hit as hard or do whatever it would be a warrior would do. And I would suck. But I can still do it and feel like I'm doing something, right? And that's what's really important. So you can make yourself any type of class you can think of. I'm so excited to show you this. There'll be so many more style videos of this. I want to keep them short and simple, about under 9-10 minutes. If there's anything you want to hear or have me cover while I have the alpha going or while the next alpha comes out, you're more than welcome to stop by my Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Oxfurd. There'll be a link below. You can start seeing things up on YouTube. I'm really going to try to move forward with some of the information that I've extrapolated over the next few video series of this. So if you guys like it, hit me a thumbs up, hit me a follow. I really do hope to see you in game. And honestly, I do appreciate everything. Have a great and wonderful time. Enjoy your life, but play this game. Make it part of it. And I hope to see you in game. Have a good one.